this little bit of time, Risky tells you a little story about Mr. Forgiving and his promise to me that clearly he does not plan to keep or didn't keep. Because he told me that when he separated, he's like, I'm like, if you ever want to sell, you let me know. I'll be sure to buy them from you off the market. Because I know you have a lot of them, and I know you probably want to sell to buy some stuff. Oh, I'm never going to sell these. He says, no, there might be a time you want to sell, but if you do, just let me know. I'll buy them from you. But I'm never going to sell. Okay. But if you do, just let me know. I'll buy them from you. And here we go. So, I mean, not to be rude to the guy, but this is partly why, he's not here, because he did not hold up to his end of the word, ever. He always, would do something and then say he wouldn't do something and then come back with it. It's like, whatever. It is what it is. And guys, it's 12% price discrepancy. It's not the end of the world, but it's still kind of a jerk move to do, especially when he promised me he would never sell, and I even offered to buy it from him. Now, as far as the Harry situation, guys, we have no control over what he does. He can buy whatever he wants. Oh, someone needs to mute. He can buy whatever he wants to buy.
Did you know Raj moved out this time?
You mute him?
Yeah, I muted him.
I don't even know that. We don't know that's even him, although I do suspect it's someone along the tomb room. But quite frankly, 3 shares was way overpriced to begin with. I mean, $30,000 for a token that's only got on Epoch 54. So, yeah, basically my point of view on that one is pretty much gonna happen anyways, just because it was really overpriced.
He's the lead. I mean, he's on the team, he's like the main guy on the team.
Yeah, sorry that we weren't really around to curb expectations, because it's not a surprise when we look at how fast our growth rate was, and you got to realize, guys, it's if
you guys need to mute, guys. If you're not talking, you need to be on mute. Yeah. I'm gonna start serving you. You're not gonna get unmuted.
Yeah. So just remember, this is where I've always, and this is not just only in DeFi, but just in general, any kind of things that go up really rapidly fast, it's gonna eventually come down. The other thing too is that usually when you start seeing large amounts of TVL, this is new for a lot of people. They're saying, say, oh, but look at how large the candle was, and I go, well, look at how large the candle was going up, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not new, it's expected.
Again, 12%.
Yeah,
we've had 80% corrections before, guys. 80%. I mean, I actually wouldn't be surprised if this correction ends at more like a 50% correction. I mean, it literally wouldn't surprise me. So.
Mm-hmm. So
the other thing is, let me clear the air, because I think we've said this before. Our quote unquote partnership with Tomb is simply a partnership in name only. Everything he's doing on his own. Everything we're doing on our own. In fact, everything I'm building right now, I have a whole new, essentially partnership that I'm building out right now with another Tomb fork that's not in the Phantom chain, right? So we're literally getting ready to do a whole bunch of stuff with a fork of a different chain.
Yeah. So just mind you guys, I was gonna say in later today's AMA, I was like, all right, hey Risky, what are some little snippets that we can have? And we were gonna wait till then to even say anything, but I was like, all right, I said, look, Risky, people are kind of going crazy. Can we at least talk to them? So just so you guys know, we've been talking, and man, I'm gonna tell you, bullish is not even a strong enough word for what's going to happen with the 2-ohm 3-ohm ecosystem. It's pretty out of this world. You've never seen anything like this. Literally, you've never seen anything like this. So
yeah, we're basically mixing the pot with a lot of different features, and we're going to bring the best of every single protocol that you've ever seen into this. And we're doing it. And the cool thing is we're doing it so I have 2 brand new devs. They're both working on 2 separate smart contracts right now. One of the smart contracts, just to give you guys a little hint, is it's basically we're going to have a portal on our website to where anyone can go on and like see what we're paying our admins. They'll have access to see that right on as like a graphical interface. And so it's more about transparency at that point, right? And the other thing is I have another guy working on basically, again, I'm not throwing anyone under the bus here, but there's some stuff that could have been done a little bit more elegantly, we'll just say. So I've got a guy who's writing a new contract for the DAO distribution system. So that way the DAO distribution system is a little bit more, I should say, aggressive than the way it's currently set up. So instead of just like waiting until it's absolutely under peg, it'll start to actually kick in right before we go under peg to like 1.1. Instead of right now, the way it's set up is it won't kick in until you're at 0.09 or something like 0.099. So, but anyways, I mean, these guys, this is stuff in the background that really, I would tell you as I'm doing it, but there's really not a value to do it. It's really the best value is when it's done, right? So this is what we fixed for you guys, or this is what we're working on. And it looks like we're holding fairly well at even a 12% dip, which to me is great because the thing about another thing I keep that's good.
Yeah,
it's actually
people need to zoom out the charts a little bit. I think they're looking,
I know. They're like, I know, dude. Okay, hey, you want to do the skit we were going to do earlier? We had a skit for you guys, but Harry fucked it all up because he came out and started talking shit. But yeah, we were going to do a skit like, what happened to my APR? You're like, well, you made $4,000 in the last 3 days, Johnny. But the APR went down. Right, because more people are here sharing the rewards with you.
The devs do something.
Yeah.
I mean, just to chime in real fast, I'm an outsider looking in on this team, but coming from another DAO, I definitely understand the sentiment of this, and people need to understand APR number go up. It's all fine and dandy, but when APR stays stable and number go down, but you're still making big APR, it doesn't matter in the short term, and you got to kind of zoom out. And sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. It's basically this is how people get rich, right? That's what people need to understand. Like, you don't trade emotions, and who has a large bag knows, right? Because if you think about it, I probably lost a couple of 100,000 in my staking position overnight, but who cares? Because long term, I'm still gonna win. Okay, I don't need to every day to tell people like, look, wow, this is amazing. Like, what the hell? The drop is massive.
I love you, Kobe.
Love you too, bro. So, we do that all the time. Like, it happens. Like, money will move around between three protocols, right? If one needs pumping, one big whale will move their position and switch it around.
Yeah.
How low do you think this will go?
How low? I mean, Risky, where should we really be at in terms of your numbers? Risky there?
All right.
Shouldn't we be valued on like 1,300 or something like that?
Realistically, based on what I looked at pricing and stuff like that, we should be at around 4K.
Yeah. That's why. That's why it's like we.
Yeah, price needs to move. This is elastic, right? People need to understand based on our emissions rate, right? We don't have that many, and also Touche has a lot of emissions, but still is quite stable. So they need to understand people need a better entry, right? And this was a good entry. That big sale is the entry that many people want to see. Also, you need to remember, like, we're stronger when US wakes up usually, and people are waiting. Like, I haven't set up a lot of limit orders, just smaller ones, but I'll start buying now Just damn
This guy,
funny.
he's still yawning and sleeping.
Because he sleeps like 30 minutes every 16 hours or something.
I know.
But
He's a robot. I get it.
It's funny how many people were begging for a dip today, and they got it, and now they're mad.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Emotional. Just emotions,
Because they
man.
didn't sell the top.
And the thing
Right.
is, I
It's
see a
on the
lot
top,
of people that stop like flooding and shit like that. This is not how we run this community, and they need to know. Maybe if they want to go in another Discord, then they can do this kind of crap. But here it doesn't work.
I think what this
Well, one of the
community
real-
just needs to learn
Go ahead.
is healthy profit taking, and apologies again to cut in.
No, you're good. You're good. So one of the things that I think also with the folks here who've been here for a while, especially our MPAs, our folks who have roles and stuff, like if you've just been around, the most important thing is as a community, we just, fight with the facts, right? And we also don't want to yell at, kind of have like a direct approach in terms of like yelling at them, stuff like that. I mean, I get it's frustrating. Trust me. We've been doing this. I've been doing this since day one, right? So it is definitely where when we see a large
it's a bit
amount.
bad. Your mic.
Oh, my mic is?
Choppy.
Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a break. Give me a break. Let me just take this off bar. Okay, there we go. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
You're still a bit crackly, but a little bit better.
All right, let me just make sure. No, it should be good. All right, so I'll have to fix that later. Anyways, so the most important part is that we and it's not just the moderation team, but like all of us can. I've seen everyone here, like a lot of people here who've been around, especially our guys who we have roles, is just really getting into the chat and making sure that we assure our investors and other people who are coming in, because the reality is we have a lot of people who came through. Our numbers aren't just simply from large whales coming in to buy in to make the price go up, but it's a lot of wallets that are coming in to move up the price. But for one thing I've just consistently noticing is the majority of folks who are here.
Have you guys looked at t-shirts lately?
Who are here? Yeah.
$3,000.
Yeah, exactly. So the majority of people coming through are new people who don't understand how Tomb Forks work. They don't understand the Tomb protocol. They don't know how profits are being made. All they see is, share price up, and then they say, I'm making money. Share price down, I lost money, right? So that's why we are right now also currently in a process of having an onboarding system for that way it's like less of this chaos going on in here, and then to make sure that people understand the risks of doing, investments like this, but also the gains that can be had if they actually are educated and do be smart about how they invest into the protocols. So.
My internet is really, really shitty right now all of a sudden, so I will let you guys continue to talk, but the reality of it is this is actually pretty healthy. As you guys know, if you've been here for a while, there's always going to be a down. Nothing goes up forever, not even the magical Bitcoin. So
I think it was healthy that people took profit today. Like instead of that $360 profit coming out today, it could have been $1 million profit coming out a week from now. And really, we're at the same price we were yesterday. So
exact. Thank you. See, I'm voice of reason right here. Exactly.
I would also like to point to, if you guys look at the historical graph for Year in Finance, it goes up to 70K, drops to 5K, and has had healthy consolation around about 20 to 30K. And this might be doing the same thing where it finds its healthy bouncing parameters and where we just kind of hover.
Some of this, I will say, is definitely, like, I agree with most of that, but forgiving dumping a shit ton of shares is not going to be normal.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention, that could have been done in a cleaner, less influential way, such as OTC, but I don't know who did. I can't speak for him. All I know is I wouldn't have done it, but meh.
It's a waste. I mean, he wasted a shit ton of money for no reason, right?
Oh, yeah. He pulled an SK.
Mm-hmm.
Emo.
Either way. Oh, and I guess just to introduce myself, because I just talk. No sleep. I work with Phantom DAO and a couple other DAOs as head of policy. So only reason I'm chiming in. Apologies.
You know what? Now you told us that you're too official. Sorry, man. We can't have you here.
I just like to be transparent on who's talking about what.
Forgiving sold his bag?
That seems to be the screenshots people were posting, yes.
Yeah, I did offer to buy it.
Now you guys understand
Crypto.
why me and Risky took over.
Crypto. Yeah. I mean, you're right, because I offered to buy it from him, but apparently he told me he was never going to sell it, but whatever, it is what it is.
Now you know why he's not a multi-sig, and we need serious people in this. Me, Risky, Mech, we're all staking. We don't care about the price.
Well, I mean, yeah, the beginning of this protocol, he did some other stuff that was not cool too. So,
yeah, just for you guys' information, we the reason why people we ask like, oh, I know there's some sentiments and rumors out there saying, oh yeah, we pushed him out, I'll tell you right now, even for giving us that, it's like he was grateful that I came in and I talked to him. I had a good conversation with him, and he wanted to be, even doing this. I mean, obviously the way it was definitely not graceful, but it definitely, for me, I was like, okay, good, I'm glad I don't have to ever worry about that, and good for him that he was able to get out and go and do that. To me, at the end of the day, I'd rather just move on and say we're gonna go keep doing what we're doing before, which right now we're still printing. We haven't stopped. We haven't missed a single epoch, so to me, I just go, I really don't mind like what's happening now, because it's really not that big of an issue,
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to make sure that as a community, and this is why some people might even ask, why am I here, is because the community is what makes or breaks these kind of projects, or any DeFi project.
We always got the dog in the background. You can mute yourself. That'd be
my damn dog. Well, let me stop the.
Well, why don't you just hit mute?
Yeah, I'm muting, but I don't know where the fuck I am. I'll get out and
I got you.
So yeah. So just remember, guys. It's community still is the other part of the equation. Innovation and pioneering is definitely one of the big things that we want to. That's what Risky, man. I tell you, the things he tells me and the people that approach us and these names, I just go, oh man, okay. And they're literally going, what are you doing, Risky? What are you doing, Risky? We want you to tell us what to do. But then the other half of the equation though is really you guys. It's all of us here holding it together, making sure that we support each other. Not just only supporting, saying, oh, just simply hold hands, say it's kumbaya, but literally like, being able to educate ourselves and find a way to talk to people in chat and be able to just encourage, and along with making sure that they are educated in how they're supposed to become, successful in this kind of protocol. I mean, those of you guys don't know, remember, I started at $2,000 and I was in at the time when this protocol started at the very beginning, when things were like at $8,000 a share, buying the 2 ohm at like 23, almost like $30 per token. And now I would tell you guys, just on my investment alone,
wait a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna have a shirt that's called the $80 Club. If you weren't here at $80 at 3 a.m. with me, begging, telling you guys, listen, it's gonna work out. Trust me. Those are the true OGs of this group. Because I'll tell you right now, it was crazy back then.
Yeah, and dude, I'll be honest. The way when I followed Risky and the way that I've been taking profits, dude. I've never seen 6 digits in my account in my whole life. I made more money in 5 weeks than I did in my 37 years of living.
And that's not just because he's an admin here, guys. That's like he's followed my method of doing DeFi. Because we were in, we went to Grape Finance, we went to lots of different places, but we move around right in the very beginning because we weren't like over here wasn't like super lucrative or anything like that until very, very recently. Yeah. So that's why. And when I say 6 figures, I'm minusing out all the stuff I took from like just being paid as admin. Like it has nothing to do with that. I just learned to be a smarter investor. I had to, You know, if you guys have ever listened to any of my AMAs, what do I always say? Every AMA, I pound it into you guys. Take profits daily, okay? You want to sell on the greens and you want to buy on the reds. This is a buying opportunity. In fact, I'm literally queuing up to buy some 2 shares right now. I'm going to shut up while I go do that.
But yeah, another healthy one is to just, if you're really focused on snowballing, only sell your weekends and let it compound throughout the week. That is a method I've seen a couple people use when they want to focus more on not stability and maintaining stable coins in their portfolio, but snowballing their investment while taking the minimum they can. And you guys got to find your risk tolerance. That's half of investing, is finding out where you can sit and still sleep at night.
Yep. Oh man, I like this guy already. That's exactly what I try to do. Is if you can't sleep at night, you probably shouldn't be in that position.
Diversify, sit at least maybe 30% in stables is my recommendation. Definitely do your due diligence. If the team doesn't talk to you or you don't have any information on them, like no Twitters, I immediately bail. I have been rugged many a time. I was here in DeFi summer, the bloody days.
Oh yeah, dude, that's what started this. You know, you guys know we started this because of the ruggings.
The ruggenings part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Dude, it was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Well,
that and you guys should be able to see these guys actually give a shit. They're willing to talk to you at fucking midnight at the minimum, depending on if they're Americans or not, and if they're European, dear lord.
Yeah, you know, it's midnight, and I'm supposed to be doing this. I was supposed to, like, literally, I was going, I got an hour left to do my posting for my homework, and I literally saw everything. I was like, and now it's 11:47. I have less than 12 minutes to finish this
stabilizing the
thing.
market, friends. We all need projects. Trust me on this one.
No, I don't know. I don't care what Harry's posting. Crypto. Don't even bother bringing that in here.
I know, but I'm also saying, like, people.
It doesn't matter. Sorry. It doesn't matter. It's crypto. I don't care what he's posting.
I fucking hate this fucking goal.
The dog loves you, man. The dog's like, I want food.
But yeah, also, again, for the people who bought today and are worried about the price, my ass bought at like 23, 24K, I believe. So I'm down about $8,000 in less than 6 hours. But APR, as long as that stays stable, I'm fine. And you guys got to look at the long picture.
Yeah, so if you guys don't have it already, I made a spreadsheet for everyone. This is a long time ago, back in the day. Basically shows your compounding interest. If you literally don't like swap your token 100 times a day, because I know some of you guys just for whatever reason love paying fees. If you just leave your money where it's making a decent APR, after about 15 days, the price of the token could have lost like nearly 80%, and you would still be totally good. I think. I mean, that might have been when we were at 5% APR. I think we're a little bit lower than that now. The point being is keep your money where it's at and don't move it all the time. Because the more you move it, the harder it is for you to continually compound.
Not to mention the 2 to 3% at most you lose on slippage, but guaranteed 0.5. Trust me, it adds up. Like,
it does.
You don't think things add up. But if anyone wants to hear pain, I have spent over 30 ETH on gas in 2 years. Things add up and it hurts. You don't think about it, but it does. Gas is not really relevant here, but more slippage, because with the low gas and the constant slippage, you will fuck yourself into the poorhouse by constantly day trading. You got to calm down and just set up a few positions. Fuck with it maybe twice a week.
Yeah, that's exactly right there. Yeah, stop moving your money around. I mean, I look at some of your wallets, and I wonder, man, this guy's did 500 transactions like this week. Why?
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of ADD, but
go do 500 transactions. Like, go do it on the test account then. go do it on the freaking the demo account. Yeah, I mean, I could tell you. So the other thing is, it'd be interesting to see when we have the single-sided staking farms, see how that, how many people that draws in, as well as what the sentiment is from like I think you guys have already. I pretty much told you guys what the next phase is. Essentially, you're going to stake your 2 shares, and the 2 shares will be able to farm a native token like a Phantom token or a wrap Bitcoin or wrap Ether. And so, in the way the fees are generated, or where the money is generated to build those liquidity pools, is through investing the money that's in the treasury. So that way, it's basically giving you guys essentially money that you don't have to take out of the protocol, right? And it lets you guys earn money from your 2 shares. And we're talking about if we set it up. Someone needs to mute. I swear, guys, I'm gonna have to next time just go with Twitch.
I might recommend doing a stage. That way, only people invited up can talk. That might be simple.
Well, I was told that's what we should do, but I was like, no, let's just do this. But next time I'll listen to my admins. Sorry. I pulled the dick card and said, no, let's just do this, and it was dumb. Long story short, we're.
Hold on, I think he's ever muted himself.
I literally just started muting everybody. I just started muting everybody.
All right, don't worry. Keep going.
All right, I'm out of here. You guys, Mac, let me know if there's something you need. Okay, bud.
Yeah, no, you're good.
All right.
You go.
Hey.
You go. Keep building. That's what we need.
Damn straight. Buying the red, selling the greens, boys. Get out of here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, no sleep. That's you, right? I was talking earlier. I don't know if you're still here.
Yeah, it was him.
Anyways,
I can't help but notice that T-share is up 30% in the hour.
Yeah, like I said, there's something that it's something to understand. One of the things that is important is that yes, it could be we have no way to verify anything, right? Of course, with Harry coming into our chat and saying stuff, that's obviously a little bit more obvious than that. But at the end of the day, for me at least, I just go, they're free to do whatever they want. One of the values that we've always promoted is saying, there's a freedom of DeFi. You can DeFi however you want to do, right? But of course, the worry is like, okay, well, what if Harry tries to kill our project, so on and so forth. The reality is that right now, if you guys see those right here on the right of your Discord, it's called the whales. They've actually identified themselves and come out, to assure us, hey, we have solid whales right now that are holding on to their positions, not selling, because they know the long game. And on top of that, we actually, remember one of our silent partners, and we call him the banker. He is actually one of our investing partners, and he's really heavily invested into this project. So in terms of position, I'll just tell you right now, like these guys combined together, we have several multi-millions of dollars just holding in there.
All the whales that we KYC'd, combined position is around $40 million.
Yeah, just them alone, right? So, just to give you guys some perspective, it's like, even if people were to try to do something, we're not going to go away. Our project has now outgrown the fact that, people are trying to do these kind of things. Maybe before, I'll tell you guys right now, straight up, when that peg, if you guys weren't here in the AMA, we said it. Last week we were at that point where it was about to unpeg because there was some manipulation going on, and people were trying to get into it. That whale, he looked, and our partner investor, he looked and he says, "Oh, we can't let this project die." So guess what he did? That huge green candle that came up that went from $2 and I think like 20 something cents. We were like a couple cents away from depegging. It went up to $2.80 per TUM token, TUM token. And that was him saying, we need to make sure that we keep this thing going. So there's a reason why, as we talked to him and he reached out to us, that we made sure this was taken care of.
This project has always taken care of itself by the community, and that's what I love about it. Like the community keeps the peg healthy. Like the pegs are so healthy, we can withstand some drops without going under peg at all. I'm not worried about that at all. And by the time I wake up tomorrow morning, we'll probably be back to where we were. And if not, I'll just buy more, because these APRs and compounded interest is just a win if you look at it that way. Yeah,
100%. So right now, that's why for me, I'm not worried about it. The price action's there. I mean, like I tell people, like, stop staring at the share screen price action. It's fine. Like, if this happens, I mean, like right now we have a floor. It's a pretty nice floor. On top of that too, all I really make sure is to just keep my eye on the farm token. Make sure that we're at a healthy rate of above peg. And quite honestly, because of all the hype going on, I'm not surprised of how much TVL we've been getting. It's really been people just really getting in, believing in the project. And then there are folks who are saying, hey, we want to take profits now. I say, okay, that's fine. And then the people are saying, well, we bought in it, so on and so forth. Just like Risky said, though, if you just hold on to your positions and just keep farming, and then eventually after 50, like Steve said, even if the price tanks 80%, in 15 days, you'll be fine. So
we got too many new people in crypto right now that they'll buy, they'll buy the token today, and if it goes down 50% tomorrow, they'll sell it. They'll sell it and buy something else and lose another 50%, and then they're broke, and then they think crypto's a scam.
Yeah. So that's why it's super important. That's why one of the things is why I made sure with our community team and even the folks that are in their roles right now, I just said, hey, I hope you guys are willing to help educate people. We want to make sure education is key here. It's what really holds together the community, along with just being helpful, being respectful. I get it. I've already given authority to, by the way, our MPA level 1s and 2s, I already given authority to time out people. If we start seeing people being very disrespectful or being just absolutely toxic for no reason. Yeah, it's okay. That we're going to go ahead and start timing them out. Saying, give me a DM, let me know what your issue is. What is it that you need? Because obviously they're not here to be part of the community. They're just demanding things that honestly are probably not healthy. And just trying to cause drama for no reason, right? And I go, if you're gonna, but as long as you're respectful, though, I'll be honest. There's some people who came in to do that, and they were respectful at least. And I did not mute them. I said, okay, let's have a conversation then.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of letting people talk and letting the community combat them with facts rather than just banning somebody, because that looks bad on investors that are just sitting back and watching. Like, somebody just asked a question and you're going to ban them. Like, that happens in a lot of groups, but it doesn't happen here.
Right. Absolutely. And that's why, to me, I've seen so many people. I'll tell you, there's so many people who have come through here, even in our Telegram group, where in the guy, here's one example. There's a guy in a Telegram group who was just like totally like, this is a scam, and he's totally like anywhere else he would have been immediately banned. But one of our mod guys, and shout out to Guido, really cool guy, I love him. He went in there and just started answering his questions, his concerns. Say, hey, what is it that you want to talk about? And he just started asking questions, gave very even answers that were truthful, honest, factual. By the end of that conversation, which people would think, man, this guy's just a fudder, he goes, thank you for answering my questions. I now understand how this works and why this is such an amazing protocol. I've just invested $100,000 into this thing.
Yeah, it's basically how white papers work for new investors now. They come into the Telegram and ask questions after questions instead of just reading the white paper.
Yeah, exactly.
For some people.
And so we want to make... Yeah, exactly, some people.
Plus, a lot of people seem to misunderstand more advanced mechanics such as maintaining peg, as well as rebasing and etc. That's been a constant theme of misinformation or misunderstanding of mechanics.
Yeah,
and a simple answer question session with a developer can make all the difference.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And that's why especially from the beginning of this project, and we're trust me, guys, we are going to come up with more AMAs. Risky always wants to do. The problem is, and this is where we kind of need the help of the community and also our team. We've been restructuring our team. So, I mean, this feels like a long time ago, but in real world time, it was like just a few weeks ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago. We were all just kind of like, all right, everyone's doing the work, right? And which is okay, but all of a sudden our community blew up, and we needed way more help, and so we recruited more people, and we realized how now we're a legitimate business, we're a legitimate investment, place that you want to invest your funds into, and in order for this to work, we actually had to our parts. We had to start delegating it and giving it off to people and making sure that it functions well, because 3 people can only do so much work before it gets out of hand. So I know that we've been wanting. Trust me and Risky, we've been wanting to do AMAs every day. We used to do that all the time. We loved doing it, but we slowed down because we had to make sure we before we move on to the next phase and be able to do stuff like that again, we had to make sure that our internal team can handle the work that we were doing before we move on and say, hey, we get to do that. We are able to do the things that we should be doing, which is honestly, for me as a community guy, I want to be here all the time and just chat with you guys and just talk with you guys. Like, just spin up the Twitch stream and just have not even an AMA, just literally like, let's hang out, and let's talk about stuff and, just kind of have life together. Right. But, and so we want to plan for that. We want to do it. The only thing is right now, though, is that if we could just ask for some patience as we're still restructuring it. We're actually got most of the stuff in place. We actually bought all the platforms and the tools to be able to communicate, to have a workflow. Right now, I talked to one of our media developers, and what's really cool, if he's doing half of the things that he's told me he's doing, and I've been checking, like I'm in this other Discord right now where he's got like a full like squad of people, like literally just working on how to do this process of on-ramping and educating way better than now, where I have never seen it in any other DeFi project. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm beyond excited. I can now actually see the vehicle and moving towards what one of our visions is one of our, if you guys ever look in our pinned messages, there's one way back down there where our vision is that we want to demystify DeFi degenning and also to bring it to the masses. We want to be able to get to even to most basic retail person.
Yeah, you should be able to just like, if you just have Phantom, you should just be able to come in and invest your Phantom and the protocol will do the rest. Like, it really shouldn't be hard for new investors to get into Tomb Forks. It should just be a zapping, you know what I mean? But even into the boardroom,
right?
A zapping. I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. And that's the thing, is that eventually I think for those sakes, I do agree. I mean, not agree, but I guess I can see the point of saying it would have that convenience of people. There'd be less issues. The only thing is that in the beginning, especially, we were really against the zapping, because the zapping, you lose you get kind of eaten by the fees. But for maybe the foreseeable future, and that's some kind of feature that we could think about doing, especially as we get to these new phases that we're going to do, and we're going to start seeing. And I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to say it anyways, we're going to have cross-network partnerships, that it's going to be one of those things where I'm not even sure how it's going to turn out. All I know, in the end, it's going to be profitable for a lot of people. And I'm going to say here right now, those who are in the 2 protocol right now with their 2 shares, now is no longer going to be that it's only, it's going to be great for the 3 but moving forward in the future, basically, if you're a 2 shareholder and you're in the Tomb protocol and you're still early right now, that your asset of 2 shares, your shares, will be valuable beyond just even this network. So just think about that. Just really let that sink in. I can't divulge any more details on that, but I'm just saying right now, from when I talked to Risky earlier, I was in I'm eating. I have a burrito in my hand in Del Taco, right? And he was just giving me crap for it. Like, you're eating crap. Like, I know, I hate eating crap. I have no time. And then all of a sudden, he starts telling me some of the things he's been already planning. I literally at the drive-thru window was like, "Holy!" And the person at the drive-thru was like, "Sir, what's wrong?" So, and you know me, man. I mean, if I'm cursing, that means it must be something crazy, right? So, I just want to let you guys know that I am really, really confident moving forward of what's going to happen with this protocol. I know a lot of eyes are on us, and we get that. We actually we're not foolish enough to not understand that, yes, we have a lot of eyes, but just know that it's actually a good thing, because I can't wait to show, like, this is how we're going to advance not only the Phantom network, but the whole entire DeFi space. So
I will say you guys have developed a positive developer reputation outside of just the Tomb fork community. A lot of us are seeing decent things come out of this, and we're kind of hoping it continues that way.
Absolutely. No, that's the one thing I've wanted to do with especially with Risky and just all the administrative team. Like the one thing I remind ourselves is we don't want to be another project that follows other projects. You know, I want to stand above, not in an arrogant way, but in a way that shows that leads the way and says this is how it should be done. Not only just in terms of the innovation and how to get the protocols out there and doing better as being profitable, not just the money stuff, but really standing above even in terms of how we handle community, how we handle new TVLs. Because I'll tell you right now, coming in, when I first came into this, it was a rough world. Like, and I've been no sleep. I don't even know, but I've only been in crypto itself, like the actual crypto, for the last 6 weeks. That's it.
You're speedrunning this shit. Good job.
Yeah. But I've taken the philosophies and the things I've learned from where this is my expertise, and I just started leveraging it. I started just leveraging it and just applying it, and I realized people, even though the space might be different, the mechanics might be different, but when it comes to people, the people are the same. So
invest in people, not projects, and you'll go far.
Absolutely, 100%. And so that's where we want to make sure we do that. We do the right thing and making sure we don't lose our identity in the midst of, people might say, oh, I have all these great ideas and money. But Risky and he tells me too, I sometimes wonder, but what am I doing here? And he goes, because you're my cheerleader. You're the guy that gets people going and makes me, that grounds me into making sure I do the right thing. I'm like, okay, got it. Okay. So, all right, Risky is pinging me right now. He's saying, I need to talk to him. I'm like, all right, so, hey guys, if you have anything else going on, if you guys want to chat or just talk, it's totally up to you. You can stay in here. You guys can talk and stuff like that. If not, if you guys can just kind of, take care of our new investors and our chat people, especially you guys who are the MPA, MPA level 1 to 2, and also our whales, people who are in a role, just go ahead and make sure to take care of our folks. Just always give that love towards them that I've been showing you guys and we've been showing each other, and I think really believe we can make a difference, not just only in terms of money, your wallets, but also in terms of lives. Like I've just seen so many testimonies telling me that you guys have changed my life. And so I want to keep hearing those stories, and I want to be I'm going to have an AMA where I'm going to, instead of ask me anything, I'm going to ask you anything. So, all right, guys, have a good night. I'm already late for this post I'm supposed to do for my class, but it's okay. I'll just put it up and I'll jump in the chat afterwards. Okay.
Hey, go enjoy the burrito.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. El Taco's going to kill you, dude.
At least there's a lot of big buys coming in on the.
It's
a lot of big buys coming in. So healthy profit coming out, healthy money coming in is exactly what I like to see.
Yes, you can win all the way through. That's fine. All right, guys.
People need to understand. Like, look, Neko knows. I speak to Harry. I know his idea and what he wants to do. Even if he does these massive sales. What you need to understand is it gives better positions for other people that want to be here more than they want to be in the other protocol, and it gives hope to the other protocol that the price is going to go up, because it's going to be detrimental, because you guys need to understand Tomb has provided us with exposure, with new people, with people that understand how to play this game to some extent, because they know the drill. Explaining to someone new a Tomb protocol is a massive challenge. This is not a meme coin. This is basically a Tomb protocol is basically how big money is made if you play it right. And there's a lot of people that play it right, but there's a lot of people that they love to fund their own bags. That's how rich people in Wales get even richer, because they prey on this blood. And I set my limits order. For when the price was dumping. If you guys want to do that, then you have a price target. Set your limit orders in Spooky, so even if you sleep, they still kick in. That's pretty much it. I kind of knew that our support was like 4.5k, so I was getting myself ready. I'm not doing stupid buys in one go, because at the end of the day, everyone needs to have a position. I don't want to build such a huge position that other people have nothing to gain. I want everyone to make money here. and you guys need to know, me, Mech, Risky, we're basically all staked. We don't care. Even if the price is 3K or 2K, we'll still be staked. We're not gonna unstake and sell because it's damaging for our long-term belief, and it just instills a lot of bad blood. That's not how we work.
Plus, another perspective on this is with the whale's share being sold, it's being bought up by much smaller but more numerous individuals, meaning the protocol's furthermore diversified and the price will have more stability, so long as all of those people don't all impulse buy or sell as a mob, which is very unlikely. So, if anything, getting a single large holder.
Name?
My name is No Sleep. Hello.
Okay, cool. No Sleep. So what I want you to do, if you can, let's write a little announcement together, because I mean, you get it, right?
Hello everyone.
Finished, and when you have time, if you want, let's write an announcement together, because I like it.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of helping out here because one of my friends works with you guys, and he's asleep and a little sick, and I like the project, so I thought I'd chime in and help out in his place.
Good. You know the drill. The problem is, I don't like holding hands, because I know in Tomb they're not used to holding hands, but they need to get used to how things are being played.
I'm kind of used to hand holding. No offense to new people here, but I was one of the early people in Ohm, Olympus DAO, and I've been answering questions on rebasing algorithmic stablecoins and the like for nearly a year at this point. So I'm kind of used to hand holding.
What can you tell people in terms
I have to go. Sorry, girlfriend's calling. Aggro. Bye.
DT, how are you, man?
What would you say is the biggest difference, and what's the stabilizing factor compared to Ohm here?
He left. He's gone. His girlfriend called him.
I will tell you the difference. I know the difference.
Let's hear
early Ohm as well. Okay, the difference is that Ohm is going to $1, and this is the main thing with Ohm, is to go to $1. And it's paid to one DAI, and it should go to $1 because it should be the currency, the stable currency. But this shit gonna pump to the fucking skies because it's the influencery.
Is it? I think you're the guy from yesterday, Harry, right?
Yes, I'm the guy who aped, and I'm aping fucking more now. Yes.
From Qatar.
No, not from Qatar, from Kuwait.
Kuwait, yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, the Nissan.
The guy with the Nissan, right? You have a Nissan.
Yeah, the Nissan Safari.
Yeah, Nissan Safari. So, I'm telling you, this shit gonna pump to the fucking skies, and I fucking love it. It's genius. I read about it yesterday. I actually watched the video, not read about it.
Wow,
today
you read? I can't believe it.
No, I didn't read. I went to every fucking farm you have in there.
Good. Okay.
Every LP you have in there, and I went and I checked the wallet. Actually, I watched the video. I checked the wallet who dumped 8 million. It's just a guy who dumped 8 million, and then there is a lot of people who have boats that sold, so it created avalanche effect, dumping effect after that, and that's all that happened. This is juicy as fuck.
Just think about it. Our multi-sig, because the banker, he holds probably more than 7 million, I think, of 2 shares.
I'm waiting for 2 share.
Win Moon.
Moon is
2 share.
Moon.
Bro, Moon gonna happen after April when 2 share is actually starting to burn.
You know what's good about our protocol? 2 share burns every day.
Now it's burning at the moment?
In 3 DAO, you burn every epoch 2 shares. People sell them to the treasury. Look at our treasury.
I'm looking at it. People are bonding that shit still?
Our treasury hasn't, it just goes up. We're not touching it. You need to understand. Tomb treasury is 0 now, I think.
Nice. I aped like a bit more today, just now.
You need to understand, we hold the keys to the treasury. The treasury is the biggest kraken here. It's becoming the biggest kraken.
Fuck yeah.
And you know, when a big treasury exists, even super rich people don't like it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. There is a whale coming, by the way. Right now, I'm talking to him, and he's with us in the call. And I don't want to share his name because he's listening to me. I know him. He's my friend.
don't dox the guy.
Hey,
I swear to God, like I see him. He's with us now because I invited him just now.
just let CT know. Just DM CT his name. That's it.
It seems like
If he doesn't want a KYC, that's no problem. It's up to them to KYC or not.
By the way, CT. So if there is a lot of whale, can you offer them OTC buying? You know, you buy their shit through OTC.
We can talk about that too, but the thing is, what we want is before we do anything like that, we need to make sure that we're partnering up with people that have the protocol's best interest, right? I don't care if you have 10 million as a whale. If you want to just damage the protocol and just do stupid shit, we're never gonna sell you anything. So there's a process for that, and it takes a long time to build that trust, right? It takes a long time to see how you behave in your wallet. And once there's clarification and we see that you are on the same page, we might talk about that too. But otherwise, no chance. I would never sell to someone that just wants to do swing trading from one place to another one. It's not.
I understand. I understand you because a lot of whales gonna come with millions, and they just gonna ask for OTC whenever the price is up.
Exactly. Whenever they feel like it, and then they just wait a bit, and then they just dump, and they go around, and then come back, and then ask for more. It's not. I don't like that. I want to see someone that asks for that, immediately stakes and doesn't unstake, just builds LPs and stuff. That's something I want to see. And if that happens for a prolonged time, then that whale has built enough trust with us to even think about something like that.
Okay, one question, CT. Why? Okay, so the guy who sold like shitload, 8 million, he dumped it in 3 share, okay? When he dumped it in 3 share, why the hell people panicking in 2 share?
Because people are people, right? You know how, like,
I love people are
right?
people.
Yeah. Paper hands work like this. When there's panic, they just, I'm dying. The protocol's dying. We're robbing. You know, like that's the shit that happens.
People gonna people.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the good things about.
Like, I always tell people this: if you trade and you make these kind of moves with sentiment, you're fucked.
Yeah, I think that's one of the good things about the way Tomb is designed with the lockup is that it takes away people's impulsive reactionary trading. And by the time their lockup is up, usually the price is higher than it was when they were thinking about selling anyway, and they decide to just stay in.
And now you tell me something. If you reply correctly, I will be amazed. How can you gauge the future in a Tomb protocol? What's going to happen?
The dev and the community is two things.
No, that's not it. Price-wise. Think about a place where you can find the key information.
Wait, you mean like Phantom Scan and like holders?
No. Where do you need to go to understand if a big move might happen?
2 share. No question.
Where do you go to find if a big move?
You go to the boardroom.
Okay, so let's start
when the boardroom ends.
What token has been sold?
All of them.
3 share.
No, 2 share. We'll focus on 2 share for now.
Phantom.
Okay. So 2 share was the big one that has been sold, right? Where do you see if it's gonna get sold or not? Like, what's the key metric that you look for? You go to the website and you look for what? For 2 shares that are being
in the boardroom.
Exactly. If you see so basically the way I work my math is like this. I look at the percentage of the total shares in the circulation, and then I look at the percentage of the total shares staked. Then I have my risk profile, and I'm saying to myself, okay, So there's 85% staked and there's 15% unstaked. That 15%, how much does it represent dollar-wise? And then I go to say, well, that percentage dollar-wise, if it all dumps in one go plus the other people that are going to sell together, what's going to be the maximum price impact?
Gotcha.
Okay? This is what I do with whales as well. I just explain these kind of things because I come from finance, like I know a lot of stuff. This is how you gauge, like in crypto, this is how you can gauge, because for us it's very simple. We have all the stats. This is how you gauge your best entry points. Right?
Yeah, I just wrote that down. That's a good piece of information.
Yes, so that's a key metric that you have to look for. So remember, in finance, everything is a damn number, right? Even your damn life is a number, right? Because you were born at a specific date, at a specific time. Everything comes down to numbers. So this is the key number that you're looking for. How much are staked, percentage-wise of the total supply. Once you know that, and you add that percentage, you times it, the per share value, you have a total dollar cost, and then you add about 10 to 15% max exposure, including paper hands. And then you have your best entry points for your spooky limits. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes. See, when I rest more than 3 hours, when I sleep more than 3 hours, brain's back again.
But at the moment, I'm fucking broke because I can't buy the dip anymore because I bought everything now.
You need to sell some petrol.
Sell what?
Sell some petrol.
No, man, the petrol, the petrol, it's not for the people, it's for the governments. They lie to us, they say, oh, we have bridge, we have petrol, but it's all for the fucking government.
I'm sure you have some nice friends over there. You will bring them in.
Yeah, I have one friend. He's with us in the call at the moment, and he's asking now. He's asking now if you guys are docs, and I told him you guys are docs.
Yes. So this is how it works here. Me, Risky, and Meko, we're all doxed. We're all multi-sigs. So we don't have like people that are not doxed in the multi-sig. So the treasury and everything you
Why
see,
are you giving me
they're
stink
controlled
eye?
by doxed people.
He's gone.
Oh. That's really good.
Yeah. So you see, people need to look. Prices bouncing back up. People need to understand this is normal. Someone sells, and someone else will buy a position.
Yeah, there's been
More
like
people-
that's good.
There's
That's
been like
really
10
good
buys.
because we don't want the whale.
There's been like 10 buys of at least 100K since the dump, so it's what I like to see, a lot of money coming out and a lot of money going back in. I'd rather have people take their profits now than later.
Yes.
I'm not fucking leaving.
The problem is people will hate me when I'm gonna sell in April, but that's life, We move on.
You're gonna hate you when we sell in April? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, at least you're telling us.
What do you mean?
I mean, people will be like, why didn't I not wait till April? Why was I so impulsive? Now would have been the best time, and that kind of stuff.
You can never time the market. All you can do is just prepare and have dry powder ready on the side. Also, I'm back.
Exactly.
Apologies for
That's why
bailing
I
on you,
have
crypto.
Phantom.
And hello, Hanks.
Yo, man, how are you?
I see you everywhere, brother.
I know, I am everywhere.
Dude, we have no lives, I swear.
I swear, yeah.
That's just me.
No.
Anyways, crypto trader,
No,
I'd love
right.
to help you on the announcement. Apologies, had to step away. Girlfriend just got back home.
That's fine. I have like 6 or 7, so I need to time them properly.
Oh, dude, I don't know how you function.
The problem is they function on my time scale, not the other way around.
Chad.
Yeah, you need to understand in Eastern Europe, money equals a lot.
Either
But,
way.
CT, can you tell me what's going to happen in April and the schedule thingy?
Well, the thing is, me and Risky. So what you guys need to understand, each one of the docs team has a big influence in what happens next. Risky basically is like Andre. He builds a lot of interesting stuff. So he works really hard behind the scenes. He has now a team of devs. So wait, yay! And they're working on something really huge now. I'm not gonna share more alpha because it's not the time yet, but it's gonna be massive. Yeah, and it's gonna help us a lot. So think about cross chains. Think about once we hit certain TVO levels, deploying a stable coin. There's many things. Leverage as well, 2x, 3x max. We don't need tariffs. We can do our own shit. There's many things to do. Now,
they're gonna have leverage like in 2-share and 3-share.
Yes, but only 2x.
It's gonna be dangerous, right?
It is, but 2x and 3x is not as dangerous as 10x, because some people want to use leverage, and we can do something where if people got burned several times, we'll ban them from doing leverage. So
nice.
Understand? Because you can't.
That's fucking cool. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So basically,
but how can you ban them?
Yeah, the thing can track your wallet, and if you fucked up several times, it will ban you from using that wallet again. You can try with another one, but if you keep being stupid, that's on you.
Yeah.
Because you can't stop a gambler. If he wants to leverage, he will go to Tarot. Might as well help our protocol. If we have gamblers, we have to, just offer them the solution. But we're not gonna put your average investor in a leverage position just to, be exposed.
But don't you think, CT, like, okay, so let's say I'm a whale and I have fucking let's say 100 T-share, for example, or 3-share, whatever, but I leverage that and I say the price is going to go down because I'm going to dump it right now, right? So I'm going to have like 3 times the price I dumped because I dumped it and I leverage 3x, right? And after that, I'm just going to buy back and I'm going to create like a worse effect every time.
The problem is you have already protocols that do that and they support us, right? I don't need to tell you which one they are because you know which one. Tarot does this.
Well, yeah, but Wonderland got wrecked by doing that.
Yeah, but the problem is people go to what you need to understand. People go to Tarot. Why do they need to go to Tarot? Because Tarot's making money off that, right? Why don't we have something that if they get wrecked, we can pump money back into the protocol than giving it to outside people? Understand? It's a zero-sum game. You need to have all vectors ready if you want this to be big. Every aspect needs to be covered.
Mm-hmm. So but that's gonna wreck us because the wheel's gonna move really big.
What you need to understand, they're already doing it on Tarot, right? That's what I keep telling you. If they're already doing it,
they're already doing it.
Of course. There's people going on because we're listed on Tarot. They go on Tarot and they do that. I can't stop them. Why let them go to Tarot?
Why not do it in-house? Why not do it in-house? It's super smart.
Yeah, but the thing is, you need to have some limits because that leverage is a product that's meant to be only used by sophisticated investors.
But don't you think we need to be bigger a bit so we can have bigger liquidity so we don't get affected?
Future, right?
Yeah, so we don't get affected, by the leverage.
You asked me what's going to happen in the future. I said to you some ideas for the future. Like now, the only thing we can do, we're good how we are now. I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good. Okay, if it's in the future, it's not now.
It's definitely not going to happen now. I'm not going to risk, at this size that we are now, these kind of moves.
Yeah, I think we need to reach like 1 billion.
What's happening with the treasury? Like I said, treasury needs to build up. Once it gets to a specific point, then the treasury can do stablecoin farming, percentage of it, and other things that bring more money into the protocol. But for now, treasury, the only thing it does, it just builds up more and more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there's a lot of things happening. That's why, and you need to understand this DAO is so beautiful because it puts constant buy pressure on 2 shares. And we keep telling people, you know, 2 shares, 2 shares, 2 shares, 2 shares, 2 shares. They do what they want, but 2 shares has constant buying pressure. Even if it dumps like this, every epoch are gonna go in, swap their LPs for 3 ohm vesting, swap their 2 shares for 3 ohm vesting. So every epoch in 3 DAO, the 3 DAO treasury eats 2 shares, eats LPs, eats a lot of things, and those days they get taken out, and we build a treasury and we increase the price for 2 shares. So it's a win-win.
I think people going for 3 share because of the APY is high.
Yes, they're chasing APRs. Yeah. Yes.
But there is dilution in there. You will get diluted.
Exactly, because if you look at the total numbers of 3 shares, I kept telling you, like, we're an open community, right? We tell people all the time how it is, white on black on white. We said 3 shares is gonna dilute because it's just at the beginning. It's the 2000 something 3 shares, right? So it's gonna happen. Like 2 shares is more stable. There's way more 2 shares in circulation. A good way to check these stats, just go to the website and it will tell you how many are in circulation.
What happened to forgiving?
I'll tell you what happened with forgiving. Like a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago, I think, he kept saying like there's a lot of pressure on him because people keep DMing him, and he can't focus on school. And we said to him, like, look, because people, at this kind of level, people demand for you to get doxed, right? And you can't dox a minor. So he said, like, this is too much for me. I want to take a break. I'll let you guys handle it because I know I have full trust in you. We just said, yeah, I'm fine. You take over and do the community well. So basically, he's just stepped out and he's an advisor.
Okay, I was curious because I missed that part. So he said he no longer has access to code or whatever.
No, he has access. He can code with us anytime if he wants to, and he has free time. We told him we'll support him as much as we can. But going forward for the protocol, we needed people that are boxed and are ready to take all this heat, because you do take a lot of heat. I don't know if you guys have been in the Toon Discord. When I went in there, I got anals every time. So much. But the thing is, I don't care because my screen and my skin is so thick, nothing goes through.
Honestly, as a developer, you have to basically turn off private DMs on every channel because the amount of shit you get, regardless of if you run a good or bad project. And honestly, sometimes it gets to people, especially when you are doxxed or you are doxxed without you wanting to be, and you have a large amount of money, because that just makes you a target for people to bother and DM and harass.
Exactly. And
so although I wish he could have done this in a much better and more project sustainable and price sustainable fashion, like an OTC trade where it was bought off of him over a series of time, this is kind of the result of it getting to him, and I can't fault him except for the fact of he probably could have planned it better, but not too much on him.
The thing is, what I said to you is he's still a kid. We can't control how he acts.
Exactly.
He's
started dropping. I bet he was
the
like,
protection of everyone in this protocol, because you see, he has slip-ups. If he was still here,
he's human.
Imagine the kind of backlash he would have had for these kind of slip-ups. It was in his best interest, because we had kept advising him, look, if you can't slip up, for the people, the OG people here that have been in our Discord for a long time, they remember the Beluga situation. The Bloom situation when we had the Bloom farms. We didn't know about those Bloom farms, just him. So many things like behind the scenes that we didn't know about, and we said, like, look, we need to know first, and then you do something, because you don't have enough life experience to understand that some of your actions can impact people's lives, and especially at this kind of level, the money that's in here. So
when you have that amount of money at that age, you get a bit irrational. Again, he's
exactly.
He's under the age of 22 or something. I'm
He's
not entirely.
16.
Yeah, he's 16. That fully explains it. Honestly, show of hands, how many of you are going to be really stupid if you had that kind of money at 16? Everyone's looking, raises their hands. Don't let him in.
I'd have been that way when I was 25.
Exactly.
What do you mean? Like,
Exactly. Imagine how
I'm
stupid
42
you'd be
now,
when
and I'm
you're a
just getting to
teenager.
where, like, yeah, I'm just not getting to
But
the point where I'm actually
if he still was a multi-sig, the kind of fuck-ups that he would do would impact the community in a negative fashion. So that's why we took over, because we're adults, we've been through life, we know how to behave. I told you we have a completely different strategy, and everything's transparent and open. People can actually see everything that happens. You can see
I would argue that his age wouldn't necessarily have a detriment to the multisig. However, I would impose having at least 5 out of 7 multisig kind of setup to ensure nothing is done impulsively.
The idea
that being
is
said,
he can't put the hours in, right? He wants to focus on school, so we can't have a multi-sig that's not invested in the project.
That statement I stand by then him not being on the
Like
multi-sig
if you
is
put
good
like
because
20 minutes a day in something this big or whatever you put in, you definitely, there's no place for you in a multi-sig.
that, and if you're on the multi-sig and you have to wake up at 3 a.m., a high school student ain't gonna be able to do that.
Exactly.
Like I'm on 2 multi-sigs and I basically forfeit my right to basically have a good night's sleep. If they need me at the computer, I have to wake my ass up. I have to go to my computer, I have to get my ledger, and I have to sign shit. Being on a multi-sig is stressful, and also you basically give up any right to be more than 1 hour away from your computer if something emergency happens.
That's what.
So we can't impose this kind of thing on a 16-year-old. That's a bit
exactly. We see eye to eye because you understand.
That's why I'm a little confused though.
Ready for the multi-sig. Meko needs to be ready. Risky needs to be ready at all times if we need to do something. So we sacrifice something in exchange for something else.
I think Kinfolk was about to say something. What up?
Oh, I was just getting at. It seems like people were more so shitting on him or holding it against him for stepping away, rather than understanding.
People are more upset that it affected them, not that he's stepping away. I mean, inherently people are greedy and selfish, especially when their money's at stake. But if they just take a step back and look that this was a correction that needed to be happened, and it's diversifying the protocol and getting more tokens in more people's hands, thus stabilizing the price. Now there's not one person holding so much, and that it's actually a good thing that he got out now, and it's just better for everyone in the long run. In 1 month's time, this is going to be a blip.
Yeah, a healthy correction, really.
Honestly, if we just go sideways at 20 grand for the next month, that's a good thing, because we found our price floor, we're stabilized, and at the same time, APR go burr.
Yeah. Facts. I just didn't want Forgiving to get, the shit, because he doesn't deserve.
I will say he deserved to be memed on, but given actual shit, as you're bullying a child, think about that. That's low.
Yeah. Costs $0 to be nice.
Got wrecked.
Oh, the good thing he's out, right? If he wants to buy back in, he's happy to do so. Who cares?
Yeah, and at that point, he would benefit the community because he'd have to buy at whatever price has been stabilized.
The one thing that you guys need to understand is you're in good hands. If that's not clear now, it should be clear even more.
Thoughts on price of 2 ohm dropping?
Sorry?
Price of 2 ohm dropping back?
Yeah, so if that's fine, it should drop back, right? To a more...
Yeah, 2 ohm and 3 ohm are designed to drop further, actually.
Yeah.
But we remember, if you want to support the protocol, take some money out, of course, but do some LPs too.
Yeah. I'm just
so
happy
LPs
that
with the token, with the PEG token. That's going to help.
We're getting closer to PEG.
We're having lots of compounders now. I'm negotiating today with 3. And they'll have a special deal for us where we build up treasury with their fees. But that's even more pressure on the PEG token. So stay tuned. Okay, boys, I'll be back later. It was a massive pleasure speaking to everyone. Stay safe out there, and let's reconvene.
And Crypto, if you need any help writing any documentation or anything, let me know. I'm
can you send me a direct message, please? Because
I actually just did.
Okay, let me double check.
Yeah, no problem. No sleep.
Which one? What's the name? What's the name? AMX?
No sleep.
No sleep. Oh yeah. So look, after you, I had 20 DMs.
No problem.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Very much, guys.
And I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. And if anyone else wants to ask any questions, again, not staff, but I just kind of know market shit as well. And also, if Hanks is still here, he is very smart as well. He can answer shit.
Thank you, guys. I'll speak to you later.
Hey, I volunteer my time. I don't know if Hank's... Nope, Hank's gone. He's going to bed.
So what's the deal with Harry's announcements or whatever? Are those still to come, or just?
I'm not on the team, and I've only gotten into this project today, so I'm not necessarily sure. I understand the mechanics of this protocol, and I read the white papers, but I don't understand Harry's dynamic with this protocol. So I'm mostly in 2-ohm and 3-ohm, not in 2-ohm itself, so I can only answer so much. More or less mechanics and function and possibly market impact.
I understand. I was just curious because I wasn't even aware of this forgiving news until I joined this call.
Oh, it just happened tonight. Within 2 hours, he dumped everything because the stress of being 16 and having that much money staring you in the face, but you can't touch it. And also people DMing him and him apparently being doxxed by outside people. That's a lot for a 16-year-old, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, I kind of stand where you are on that.
I mean, he could have done it better, but
so he just dumped he dumped and didn't really say anything, or he
no, he dumped and he was here and he was talking about it and he was trying to chill everyone out, but again, a preemptive. Really yeah. Again, I think we're probably going to stabilize around 19 to maybe 21,000 by the end of the week. A few days of fluctuation while more people buy in. Because a $28,000 price for a token is kind of intimidating, and a lot of people don't want to buy it at that price.
Are you talking about 3Share?
Yep.
To be honest, I don't even want to buy it, and I'm heavy in 2Shares.
Hey, that's fair. I just bought one of each today, and I'm just kind of sitting.
Yeah, I haven't touched 3Shares yet. I've been in 2Shares for a minute now, since the hundreds. And I'm kind of just waiting on.
Scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, again, if anything, I'm probably hurting just as much anyone in here, if not more, because I bought about 32,000 worth of these today, and it just shit the bed. So I'm like,
I mean, about 3 weeks ago, I bought in at pretty low price, and I bought in with $150, and I was up to 25,000.
First of all, congrats on that. Secondly, you definitely understand your position and how you're looking at the short term, like, oh my god, I lost so much money. In the long term, you're like, wait, I'm still fucking up.
I still held my shares. I passed out into my wallet, but I didn't convert because I didn't want to lose my I didn't want to end up selling and then ending up buying back in and losing my total amount of coins.
Yeah. You don't want to capitulate with the market, because if you invest or basically sell your positions on emotion, you're just going to fuck yourself in the long run, and there's going to be no one to blame but the person who pushed the button.
I pulled it out just so I could watch it. I'm actually going to be dividing my 2 shares. I'm going to put half of it over into yield with the auto compound, and then
Phoenix, actually, what I would recommend is just do what you have been doing, since that seems to be your risk tolerance. But taking profit, possibly maybe 50% more to double as much, just to make sure you have dry powder on the side for air quote discount situations like this, because you always want to have.
Just keep taking in boardroom.
Yeah, honestly, a good position to always have is always have 30% of your net worth in stables. That way, when the market dumps and you have tokens that you have faith in go down in price just because a bad market play or something happened, or just FUD, you have the ability to invest in those without changing any of your other positions. Then when that profits, you are able to sell what you can to rebalance to have that 30% in stables again and have air quotes dry powder on the side. That's something I would recommend to everyone here. is always 30% at least in stables. I know a few people who always
You
do
mean, like,
50 to
30%
60% in stable
rewards?
coins. Stable coins like USDC,
No,
Frax.
I know, but are you saying like take like 30% of your rewards?
Oh no,
every
I'm talking
day?
about 30% of your portfolio. Make
Oh, okay.
30% of your portfolio stable coins, and then
Gotcha.
once your stable coins are over 30%, basically just snowball your stuff and compound it for a couple days. Then once your stable coins fall below 25%, then that's when you probably want to start consolidating in stables again.
I mean, I think that's probably dependent on how big your whole crypto portfolio is, right? I mean, if you only have a small portion of your overall net worth in crypto in the first place, I think you're probably better off actually getting that invested, right? Otherwise, there's no point splitting up like 1K into like 30% stable coin if it's only 1K in total. But if you go on like, you're talking about like 100K, yeah, definitely.
I would advise this for anyone above 30K total portfolio. Because
I'd say it probably depends on your overall portfolio, right? You're not looking at it just in your crypto. If you're saying like, if you have stable investments in your
boy, man. I'm one of those dumbasses who has everything of my net worth in crypto because I work in the space.
Which is,
I'm a special case, but just in general, if you can keep 30% of your crypto portfolio, let's be specific here, in stables, you're in a good position. Just use Yearn Finance on Phantom and just stake it, forget about it, and then you're like, oh, hey, the market's in the red. I'm going to buy some shit.
Yeah, but I think it's still better because, I mean, just putting aside if you have your whole portfolio in crypto, yeah, that definitely makes sense. But I think if you are only putting, say, 20% of your portfolio in crypto in the first place, you've got like fiat on your side. So your portfolio already has 30% fiat. Then I think it's still worth fully investing your crypto part. And if you actually need to use dry powder, you convert more fiat and rebalance into crypto in the first place. I think that's also a valid option, right? Like you don't have to, if you're only going to expose yourself to a small portion to crypto in the first place, I don't see a point in being too conservative then, because your crypto is your risk-taking portion of your portfolio at that point.
I would say the main reason you want to keep that into crypto but de-risk it by putting it into stables is it can collect 15% APY on Yearn while you're waiting for the market to take a downturn, and you're priming yourself in a good buying position where you don't have to wait on a lockup from an exchange. You don't have to bridge it over. You don't lose anything to fees. All you have to do is unlock it from Yearn Finance for at most a couple dollars because of gas fees, and then you swap it over to the coin that you want, because not all coins are going to be available on an exchange, and sometimes you have to use a DEX. And that's why you want to have the powder be stable coins and not fiat, in my opinion, because I am a fucking degenerate and I don't really touch any coin that's on a centralized exchange. So that's my point of view, but I also see that yours makes sense. So it's kind of a mix of what we both do, tailored to whatever someone's risk tolerance is versus how degenerate they are. Like, do they touch coins only in the top 100, or do they touch coins in the top 1,000? It's, again, risk tolerance, level degeneracy. You got to balance the two.
Yeah, definitely. And I think also just how easy someone can access from their country as well. Because, I mean, I'm able to enter any of the main L1s directly through Binance, for example. So it's for me to buy AVAX or Phantom or whatever, and on Rampet, it's literally like a 3-minute job. So it's not that much different to pulling it out of Anchor or pulling it out of Yearn.
I'm just not a fan of Binance, but that's my take. That's about it. So I just prefer to keep things in powder. Not to mention, in my opinion, since I use crypto.com and I basically live off of their crypto card because, again, I work in crypto, so all my shit's here. I see no reason for myself to have fiat. I just move everything to my crypto card, and then I just spend it, which makes it inherently easier for me. So again, it's tailored to whatever you do, but all the things we have been mentioning are pretty good advice for people in general. Just tweak it to whatever fits you.
Yeah, definitely a fair point.
So, should I sell off about 30% of my 2 shares into stable right now before?
I would not. You would be fucking yourself long term. I would just basically start cashing out all of your profits from your 2 share for now, and just keep consolidating into stables for now, and then throw it into Yearn. That way, if this goes to zero, you're like, I still have profit. because you never want to bank everything in a single project. Not fudding this, not saying it's going to go down, but I'm just saying for your own safeties, you guys typically want to hold stables.
So I should go and restake it and then take all rewards until I get up to about 30%, then start compounding again.
Yeah, then you just find your mix. And again, some people only feel safe. Like one of my friends holds 60% of his portfolio in stables. The other 40% he degens really hard into some really questionable shit. And if it makes him money, he just throws it back into stables. If it loses him money, that's why he has stables. So
honestly,
that's good advice. I'm definitely going to think that. Actually, I'm not going to think about it. I am going to do that.
I would say sleep on it, then take advice, and
I mean, I might not. I might do a little more than 30%, but I'm definitely going to start building up a profile in stables.
Yeah, and definitely keep it in Yearn Finance, as well as I would recommend.
Is Yearn like the best place to hold it, you think?
On Phantom it is, because 10 to 15% APY guaranteed on your stables is a pretty good investment. Because, I mean, imagine if your bank account gave you 15% APY.
Yeah.
People would lose their fucking mind.
Because I'm just holding profit right now on just in Spooky Swap or whatever. That's where all my USDC is.
Well, I'm talking primarily stable assets, but if you're doing something else, do what works for you. In this case,
10-15% on you? Because I only see 2%.
No, I'm on Yearn.finance on Phantom, and Spell is at 21%. Curve Try Crypto Pool is at 21%. Dola is at 21%. Boo is at 20%.
Right
MIM is at 15%. Bitcoin and Yearn Finance Token are at 13%. DAI is at 10%. And the other stables are horrendously low, like Frax, USDT, USDC. I would recommend using DAI or Dola at this point because haven't talked much to the Dola team, but the project looks promising. It's just a really young stable coin. But at the same time, I don't trust MIM because of the Wonderland fiasco. So basically, you're probably going to want to just throw it into DAI because MakerDAO has such a long track record of not fucking up. And that's 10% APY. And
I
safe.
dumbass for being all in on Tomb FDM LP. Should I be on 2 shares and should I be in 2? I have no 2 shares. I have 100K in Tomb right now. I'm trying to realize if I fucked up.
I can't advise on that because I don't know much about Tomb because again, I just got into this ecosystem today and I've been in 6 meetings. My brain is fried.
You should have been in 2 shares.
My main issue with LP is that if you're buying one of the peg for 2 shares as high like it is right now, you're going to have impermanent loss when it inevitably drops off.
Do you think I should rebalance Tomb FTM LP on Beefy? You think I should just rebalance it to 2 shares right now at this price?
Oh, fuck yeah. NFA. Anyways.
Yeah, none of this is financial advice. Do what you want. But outside opinion, 2 share and 3 share is looking pretty well priced in right now.
I haven't actually looked at it. I've been trying not to because it's been freaking me out. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Again, dude, I'm down 10K in 8 hours.
I'm down 400.
But if you hold, like Risky said, for about 15 days in the LP, are your rewards not compounding, basically?
Yeah, that's the reason I'm not having an issue. I'm like, damn, I'm down. Okay, I'll come back in 2 weeks. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I came up from 30 grand, right? Y'all want to know how happy I'm sitting right now and not phased by this shit?
How much?
Hold on, let me update it. Right now it says 770K. I ain't selling it. I'm using the rewards to buy the crypto.com black card.
Off just of the 2 ohm LP?
Just 2 shares, basically.
Oh, hey,
You're just farming 2 shares on Boardroom?
Yep, that's all I'm doing.
And
I'm just doing 3 ohm. I'm doing 3 shares. I have 4.5 in there. And on this dip, I acquired a little bit more of 2 shares, and now I have 129.
What price did you get in at?
Everywhere.
He dollar cost averaged in, up, and down, it seems.
Correct.
And that's the smart thing. Don't FOMO.
I mean, I used some of my rewards throughout the day to buy some more. And then I kept a little bit on the 3 ohm for like LP to farm the 3 shares. I just broke that apart just to buy more 2 shares on this dip. Because I know we ain't done running yet.
Yeah. And I have to get going soon as I have more meetings tomorrow because, well, my name's sadly too accurate. And I was going to help Crypto Trader write an announcement to help explain this to the people who are still sleeping, as he seemed to like the way I was phrasing things. So, real quick question. Does anyone else have anything they'd just like to ask before I step out?
Not really. I just wanted to say thank you for the insight, and I'm definitely going to think about it.
That's
yeah,
all
we
good.
appreciate your insight. But like you said, or did you say you feel like these prices are about where they need to be? Like 2 share, 2 ohm?
That's my gut feeling. I mean, if a whale shit the bed and then this is where the prices are at and it's not even a 50% dip, that's pretty good in my book. I mean, where else can you have a whale sell off like that many millions and not have it shit the bed more than, let's say, 50-55%, and it's not a stable asset or a stable backed asset?
Yeah. So
this
there
kind
were
of proves
multiple
it's
millions sold?
yeah. He dumped
From
a
the
lot.
peak, we are.
Well, he
about
was one of the devs,
42%.
so he had a lot more than most people.
Yeah,
So
I think he did
was
something
one of the
like
people that could
2,000.
really hurt us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he sold a very significant amount, upwards of like 5 to 10% of the total cap.
Yeah.
For
he sold
giving, dude?
about 259.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not
Well,
that much.
if you take the number that was given out to the devs and divide it by the amount of devs, and you'll have how much he had, which I think it was about 10% of market cap at the moment.
Yeah, and then he dumped it all, and we only dropped this much. That's pretty stable in my book.
Well, I'm friends with one of the whales that was feeding things in. I don't know if he was or not. I'll have to ask him.
Either way. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know that some of the whales were stabilizing it by throwing some extra in.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just been in the space long enough to know that this is fine. Everything's fine. And the room's not even on fire, but people are still freaking the fuck out. So I'm like, yeah, let's throw some common sense in here.
I'm just grateful that everything's stabilized. I'm going to sleep a lot better now.
Now I'm going to kind of I'm going to help the guys who actually work here write an announcement, and then I'm going to go to bed. Because I don't even work here, and I'm writing an announcement.
Yeah,
I just keep signing up for shit.
We appreciate you, brother.
That's all good. I've only been in here for 2 hours.
All right, I sent you a friend request.
Peace.
All right.
Think about peace. GG's.
But yeah, yo, I was at $1.1 million and down to 700. Was at like 600 at one point. Didn't phase me one bit. Don't worry about it. There's people with more skin in the game than anyone else. So, my suggestion, not financial advice, but it'd be to buy this dip so whoever sold can't buy it anymore. Or they have to buy it a lot more expensive. But now things calm down, I need to go to sleep too.
Yeah, I need to as well. I go to work in the morning.
Night, boys. Have a good sleep.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Night.
That's my chat now. No.